Thank you, Mr. President. Heads of states, prime ministers, fellow commissioners, and fellow Europeans. Walking in the corridor before I walked into this room, I was telling my colleagues about the memories of council meetings in this hall. You know, tense discussions about enlargement, about the rule of law, about many sensitive issues. But this today goes down as one of the more memorable discussions in this building, and it fills me with hope to see such positive, European, and optimistic young people who are the future of this union. And it's really a pleasure to be here at this 39th Model European Council, where I understand you had 3 days of heated debates, of discussions, but also of opportunities to build alliances. And this is what Europe is about, building alliances to reach consensus and agreements on different proposals, like the ones that you have just presented here today. Now, I understand your discussions focused on a great many issues, from the single market to nuclear energy to fundamental rights and EU enlargement. These are all topics, files, and dossiers which are key to Europe's future, to enhancing our competitiveness and to safeguard our unique social model. As the future generations, I'm delighted to see that there are such talented, committed, and European leaders in the making. All 200 of you from 13 schools across Europe who have met here in Luxembourg, one of the founding members of our union. One of 6 countries, just like your schools, that took a leap of faith 70 years ago to reshape our continent and the lives of the people within it. Now, seeing you all here in front of me reminds me of my own experiences. I first had the opportunity to work in the European Parliament, and before becoming commissioner, I served in the government of the member state that I come from, in different roles. In all these roles, I played a part in negotiations in the Council, but also in the European Council. Experiences that have had a real and lasting impact on the lives of many citizens. And each of these experiences has shaped and motivated everything that followed in my career. So I hope that your experience here today, in the past days even, has inspired you all in a similar manner. Providing opportunities for young people to discover Europe and to get involved in the EU's work is and will continue to be a top priority for me and also for this Commission. In my first 100 days as Commissioner, I have been across Europe to meet people, especially young people like you, to have exchanges and have an exchange of views on many topics which are important to our generation. Just this week, I was in Torino, in Italy, where I took part in the opening of the Special Winter Olympic Games, the Special Olympic Games, the World Winter Games. It's a sport event for people with intellectual disabilities. Young athletes participating in 8 different sporting disciplines. They are people who are resilient, that lead change, and that are nothing short of an inspiration to us all. But as part of this journey, I have also taken part in a series of youth policy dialogues, sitting down with young people to discuss issues from every corner of Europe and to listen to their hopes for the future. And every time I have been inspired by the energy, by the ideas, and by the creativity. Now that the first set of youth policy dialogues is complete, and my fellow commissioners and I have had this first series of exchanges, I will be reflecting on how to integrate these ideas into our work. And this will not just be a one-time effort. We will repeat this process every year for the next 4 years to make sure that young Europeans like you have the chance to shape our union's future. But this is just one way of making sure you are involved in the decisions that we take in the European Union. Because we need you and we need your ideas to build a better future together. Now, of course, you might be wondering, now that your experience in the Model European Council is over, what can you do next? Well, there is a lot on offer. For those of you who are soon turning 18, you will have the chance to take part in Discover EU. In case you have not heard about this, through Discover EU, you can apply for a free rail pass to discover Europe by train. Our Erasmus Plus program also has a lot to offer, from school exchanges to the chance to be a youth leader in another European country. For those of you going to university soon, there's also the chance to study abroad for a period of up to a year. Or you can take part in an internship, just like I did. And when you turn 18, you can also apply for the European Solidarity Corps, which will give you a chance to experience volunteer work abroad in different countries for causes which are close to your hearts, like social work and environmental projects. On this note, I would like to thank you and to thank your mentors, who deserve a big round of applause for organizing all this work in the past few months. It has been a truly monumental effort, and I'm very grateful that you have invited me to be part of it, and for being so committed to our European project. Indeed, you may not be aware, but you here, you are all leaders in your own right. You are in a privileged position, contributing already towards a stronger union. A union that is based on values of solidarity, of inclusion, of diversity. A union that promotes peace. This is a privilege, but you also have a responsibility. A responsibility to spread the message of the union and its values to your friends and your peers and your family. I wish you all a smooth journey back home, and perhaps I'll also be able to join you in future years for this experience. Thank you.